Welcome Libra, welcome to my channel. I'm here, Bella Firestar, coming at you with a reading from the galaxy. We have messages from the Pleiadians, brothers and sisters of the light, telling you about your upgrade, your energy upgrade that you would be feeling right now. The big message for you, Libra, is to be not around anyone who drains you, right? And arguments that lead nowhere. You've learned the maturity of restraint. This has been your lesson, and you're putting it into practice. So you don't have to go in and retaliate. No more defending yourself. No more being triggered. No more reacting with other people's triggering, emotional hooks. You're learning to observe rather than absorb. And this is being very enlightening. And it's also a test, Can you hold your silence? Keep your space. Proverbs 29:11. I have a word for you. Wow. A fool vents all his feelings, but a wise man holds them back. Saying there's more strength in restraint than in reaction. And activating your abundance with your words. And opening to receive. It's a whole new world. There's new people coming in. You've stepped through a portal here. So make sure you have a look at the star family readings, the collective readings, because that shows the planetary aspect, like the 5D. So we're wanting to take on more of this 5D energy into a lower vibration. So you're sort of changing from the inside out. Walking through the portal means you're aligning with new frequencies. And that means you can't even spend time with drama anymore. You're sort of allergic to it because there's an inner depth, an inner change here. It's an identity reveal. You know who you are, and you're not putting up with any of that enemy trying to bring you down, the enemy, because you've got dreams here, right? And this is a day in the portal where they come back, right? Something that you thought was over, something that you gave up on, just wisps back in easily, effortlessly, right? Somebody offers you the beginning of it, or you overhear a conversation. This is a synchronistic time, Libra. So be very detached, because the enemy will try to call you out and to distract you. So there's hocus pocus focus here. Back to me. You've let your fear go, and now it's time to infuse that space that was worried out in fear with what you want, your dream. So beautiful. Look. Oh, you're being watched over. God had a word for you. I can't believe that. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation, rather there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So you're leaving a mindset. We call it the old mindset, the 3D programming. Right? When you're hooked into it, it's a 40-hour week for 40 years. And you're like, no, I'm going to step out of that. Stepping out. This is stepping into your alignment, stepping out of a negative timeline, if you like. And knowing that you're a sovereign child, right? You're an ambassador for Christ and the galaxy, coming down here to bring unconditional love. So as an ambassador, you receive all the resources you need, God's saying. You fought the battle, you did good. You went to the fear and you faced it. And so it goes. And here is a blessing today. You're going to feel an overwhelming sense of peace come upon you. The angels are saying. And then that peace, this erupts. Relationship bliss with yourself, with the divine. Skippity-doo-dah. That's my skippity-doo-dah. Hey! And love takes over. There's a blessing hidden today, right? Because of your heart. So the universe, the matrix, I call it, will reward effort, right? And you go to competition, I'm hearing. The battle's on. But in your alignment, right, there's no efforts, just alignment and flow in the vibration of love. So something new is beginning here. The Ace of Cups to come out, and then you got to be in peace. See? That's sitting in nothing. doing nothing. It's not easy. It's letting your mind relax. So your mind's catching up with your heart here, because your heart's so big. And everyone that you've given it to, right, just took it and ran. And now it's time for you to receive that which you give. Yeah? Yeah, so you're making a stand for that. You're like, hang on a minute. I'm going to wait for it to actually come to me first. You know? I'm going to be presented with it here. You're going to wait for it. This is excellent. This is exactly what it's picking up. And this is where you're refining your energy field. Right? You're putting your foot down to the universe. You're going, only love comes in here. Only that which is for my highest good, which is on my highest timeline. And that includes behaviors, right? Words, drama, right? People that are bringing that are not allowed in your energy field. You're done. You've cleared it up. It's nothing from the past, Libra. You've got to let it go. Wow! The Wheel of Fortune. That's your destiny moving. As you stand still, everything around you is coming into alignment for you. Isn't that amazing? So you've done very well. You're learning to detach mentally. You're going, I'm going to let that go. That doesn't mean anything. I'm going to think, what's the opposite of that? And I'll program that. And you're standing there going, okay, so what's coming in for me? Instead of going and giving, it's coming from a lack energy. You realize that. And now you're magnetizing it in. And you can feel it in your vibration. You'll know when something's off. And you won't have to go into a debate about it, because there's no question about, you know, like, I'm not going to go down there and argue with something that's already a law in my life. Like, this is like, I'm not going there. Right? Because you're on here. This is what your vibration's leaning towards. This is your destiny, Libra. Your destiny. Now, this doesn't even have to have a partner in it. You can be as high and in the vibration, 10 of Cups. Of course, a partner's going to come in when you're like that, though. Right? But this is your destiny, your 10 of Cups. This is a marriage. And this is what you've been taught here. You're not going to be pulled off track by drama. Right? So people ring you up. You go, no, I can't go there. I have to do this. You're being really pressured. Right? So you are being tempted. Somebody says, no, you go, I would love to come and help you, but I'm actually focused on this. It's like that. Yeah, focused on me. Focused on my mental health. Focused on, this is preparing. This is what you've been doing. You're preparing in your mental body, and you're not letting people trigger you. This is the anxiety. Right? This is being, you've been hyper vigilant because people around you, you've been trying to please, and they're unpleasable. So there's no more trying to please the unpleasable. You know what I mean? Like, a light went off. You're like, this just costs me. This just drains me. So you've got to make a stand for that. And you'll be surprised. The energy can come from anywhere. You go, oh my gosh, that's my job. It's like, okay, so how can I do that when I have to go to work? And then you get into the matrix. You're not doing that anymore. You're like, well, something else will arrive. I'm aligning with what is good for me. My destiny is here. Look at that. Right here, yeah, you're getting a spiritual anointing, Libra. Don't worry about the past. We're talking about your future. Leaving all the past. Forgiving yourself. Letting go. See, you've learned so much. I mean, your psychic body is so highly attuned. Right? So you want to bring in the vibration of love, because you've been able to withstand the poking, the prodding, the never giving up, the triggering, the emotional hooks, the hoovering, the gaslighting. Right? Now you want somebody to make an effort to you like you would to them. That's why you're taking a stand here. And this is going to prove, right, that it works. You're going to be so delighted in it, because you know you've got to give it. You know that this person would take a risk, right, and come towards you, that you would open up to them. But in the past, you've just gone and opened up. And then that person's gone, well, I'm actually doing something else, or they haven't put you as their highest priority, which is what you've done. So now, this has all prepared you to magnetize in, right, somebody very special. I mean, to match with a Libra, they'd have to be rock on. They have to be kind. They have to be in alignment with their vision, their mission. They'd have to be, care about their physical appearance. They'd have to care about aesthetically pleasing environments. They'd have to be very witty, intelligent, fun. I mean, it's not every day you're going to find this person, right? So you're very lucky. that you went through what you went through to sharpen you, to clear that out, because you're like, I'm done with that. You know what that feels like. You know what that feels like to be alone. You've looked abandonment in the face and gone, move. This is you today. This is the energy shift. We're in the portal. This is the love portal day and the third day of it. So I hope you have been watching the collective readings. Tells you a lot. And look, you'll be like, oh, well, you know, we'll just, like, you mean engaged to be married? We like that. This is the hopes and fears. So this is the abandonment energy, the pain. This could have been a past life lover, right, that left you in the past. And you're ready to love again because you healed that karma. It was brutal. Like, you thought you were broken, right? Because the pain went to every cell of your body and you heaved it out. You cried it out. You're getting married here, Libra, right? And it's like you don't really care. It's not like you don't care, but you're like, if it's for me and it's aligned for me, may it go forward with ease and grace. Instead of, what if this happens? What if that happens? Is this good? Is this bad? Is this right? Is this wrong? What about this? And what if they do this? And what if they do that? Like 5 seconds, you can be off track, right? But you're learning to rein that in and go, whatever's mine will be mine by divine right. No one can take it from you. So this is in a portal, we say like that, to receive your blessings, to receive your person, to open your heart and know that this is the one who's yours. This is why you had to take the stand. Because when they come in, that's assurance, that's your confirmation that it's safe to open your heart to love, to commit and to build something that will be bigger than you can even imagine. All your dreams are coming back. It's one wave I'm seeing. It's like, wow, and then all of a sudden, everything falls into place. If you would like a private reading, please look me up at reikibybella.com. We're doing destiny, activation, love portal readings. So if you haven't booked that one already, that's in the description box, and I'll put it up in the cards. Otherwise, thank you very much for your kind donations. If you'd like to buy a coffee, if you enjoyed this reading, or activate the PayPal button, I appreciate you. May it come back to you 1,000-fold today. In the love portal, open your heart to love. Let me know your name and location. Hit the like button and the subscribe. Welcome all new subscribers. Good to have you here. And the activation bell so you get ad-free version. I thank you very much for your time and your attention. Open your heart to love. This is it. Doesn't get any better than this, Libra. Well done. I love you.